Dolphins Today is presented by Manscaped. If you go to manscaped.com and use promo code Dolphins, you're going to get 20% off plus free shipping on their performance package. We'll tell you more about that later on in today's show. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about some mock drafts that just came out. PFF released a 3-round mock draft. Todd McShay just released a 2-round mock draft. And whenever these mock drafts come out, us Dolphins fans typically can't enjoy them because the Dolphins don't have a first-round pick. Well, luckily, these two mock drafts we're reacting to today do feature some Dolphins draft picks and some interesting picks to discuss on today's show. Be sure to subscribe for more Dolphins draft content. We got the draft in about 3 weeks. You ready, producer Jack Lauderay? Going to be a lot of fun here at Chat Sports. So we're going to have you covered here on Dolphins Today. We have our own mock draft as well, dropping early next week, so stay tuned for that. YouTube.com/Dolphins News. Go and subscribe to the channel right now. Taking a look at the Dolphins draft picks, they have a league low 4 draft picks. They have a second-round pick, which is the 51st overall selection. That's the Dolphins' first pick. Then they have a third-round pick they got from New England in last year's Devontae Parker trade. That looks like a steal right now. Then they don't pick again until the 6th round, and then they pick again in the 7th round. So who does PFF have the Dolphins taking with pick number 51 overall? That would be Alabama running back Jahmyr Gibbs, who has been mocked to the Dolphins before, this time courtesy of PFF. They are saying that the Dolphins could take the Alabama running back Jahmyr Gibbs. Here is what they said on their mock draft. The Dolphins' offensive weaponry gets even more speed. Head coach Mike McDaniel would have a field day with Gibbs' speed and pass-catching ability. Taking a look at what Gibbs has done, what he did this past season to Alabama. 151 carries, 926 rushing yards, 44 receptions, 444 receiving yards, 10 total touchdowns. So Gibbs is versatile, good pass-catching back, very explosive in the backfield, would be a good fit in this Dolphins offense. And when you're talking about the current running back situation, the Dolphins brought back all 4 running backs, Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Salvon Ahmed, Myles Gaskin. I thought they'd bring 2 back. They brought all 4 back. So it's kind of crowded right now in the running back room, which is why I'm not sure about drafting a running back in round 2. I love Jahmyr Gibbs. He is a great talent. Don't get me wrong. If the Dolphins take Gibbs, I would be very happy. However, I think I'd prefer to draft an offensive lineman or a tight end in round 2. Number 1, because that fills a bigger team need. Number 2, because this is a loaded running back class. Sean Tucker's probably going to be available in 3rd round. Tyjae Spears might be available in the 3rd round. Devin Achane might fall potentially. So there's going to be a lot of talent available in the 3rd round. I'd rather take an offensive lineman or maybe a tight end in round 2, wait to draft a running back in round 3. But I'm not denying that the Dolphins could draft a running back, maybe should draft a running back. I certainly would not be opposed to the Dolphins doing that. Who's your favorite running back prospect? Go down in the comment section. Let me know. Is it Jahmyr Gibbs? Is it Tyjae Spears? Devin Achane? Maybe my guy Sean Tucker. I'm biased, of course. Mine's Sean Tucker. He went to my alma mater, Syracuse University. Go down in the comment section. Let me know. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. Let me know who's your favorite running back prospect. Next, we're going to get into the Dolphins' 3rd round pick, courtesy of PFF. Who do they have the Dolphins taking in the 3rd round? Is it an offensive lineman? Is it a tight end? It's none of the above. We'll tell you later on here in a second. But first, Manscaped is here for a deal that you cannot pass over this Easter. See what I did there? Easter's coming up. Manscaped's going to take good care of you. They've got the tools to give you the beautifully decorated eggs of your dreams. Just because it's Easter doesn't mean it's okay to hide behind those bad boys, behind all the tall grass. So make sure your downstairs lawn is mowed. Inside this ball care bunny basket, you're going to find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, and the Crop Reviver toner, the Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag as well. Everything you need to take care of yourself as a guy is in this performance package, and it's on sale right now for 20% off plus free shipping. Get it for that great price right there. That link is in the comments and the description of today's video. But you're going to be seeing people on Easter. You're going to be going into church maybe on Sunday. You're going to be looking good. Look good with Manscaped. 20% off plus free shipping. Manscaped.com. Again, promo code Dolphins. Let's get into that third round pick now from PFF. In the third round, PFF has the Dolphins taking Houston wide receiver Tank Dell. So a wide receiver mocked to the Dolphins here in the third round by PFF, and he's a really dynamic, explosive receiver. Nearly 1,400 yards this past season at the University of Houston. 17 touchdowns, 109 receptions. Was first-team All-ACC, a third-team All-America selection. His name is Nathaniel Dell, but his nickname is Tank Dell, which is certainly one of the better nicknames in all of college football. He's expected to be a third-round pick, and PFF has him mocked to the Dolphins here in the third round. Very interesting, and I'm curious to see if the Dolphins will take a wide receiver. I don't necessarily think they should, but here's what Lance Zierlein had to say. Every second of the route is a separation opportunity for Dell, a touchdown-making machine who pairs electrifying top-end speed with twitchy short area quickness. His routes are fast and effective on all three levels with keen ball tracking, talent deep, and sideline dotting footwork. Dell is dangerous with the ball in his hands after the catch and as a game-changing punt returner. His slender frame is a concern, but the explosive talent could be difficult to pass up for teams needing a big play weapon to stretch the field and miss mass coverages. I'll give my take here in a second, but first, just a reminder that DJ Fluker is coming on the show this week. We're going to be airing that interview during tomorrow's live show at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, so be sure to join us for that. Then we are going to post the interview onto our channel Friday afternoon. It's going to be a great interview. I have my questions ready for him. Going to ask him if the Dolphins have talked to him, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Tune in tomorrow during our live show, again, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, for that interview with DJ Fluker. And some of the questions y'all submitted on our community page are going to be asked DJ, so you'll see your questions on screen to him. YouTube.com/Dolphins News. Go and subscribe, and be sure to check out that interview here later this week. Look, Tank Dell is an awesome player, but the Dolphins do not need to draft a wide receiver. This wide receiver room already is, in my opinion, the best in the league. You have two top 10 receivers in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, arguably two top 5 receivers. Could be the case this year. Cedric Wilson, we'll see if he gets traded or not. If he does get traded, that certainly opens up the door for maybe the Dolphins drafting a running back, but as it stands right now, I don't think they should. They signed Braxton Berrios. They re-signed Craig Kraft. You have Eric Ezukanma, who I want to see get more involved. So if drafting a wide receiver means we don't see Eric Ezukanma in year 2, then I'm certainly not crazy about that possibility. Do you want to draft Tank Dell? Type D for draft or type P for pass down in the comments section. Go down, let me know. I think he's a great player. But I just think there's bigger needs on this football team. Offensive line, tight end, running back, defensive tackle. The list goes on and on. Linebacker as well. He's a great player, but I'd be a little bit surprised if the Dolphins drafted a wide receiver in the second or third round. Maybe 6th or 7th round. It's more of a possibility. Shifting gears now to Todd McShay's mock draft. He just released a 2-round mock draft. And McShay has the Dolphins selecting Ohio State offensive lineman Dawand Jones. I love it when offensive linemen are mocked to Miami. Do I talk about the offensive line here on Dolphins Today? Todd McShay said this about Dawand Jones. Jones is a massive 6'8", 374-pound right tackle with long 36.5-inch arms. And despite the size, he moves really well and allowed 0 sacks and 12 starts last season. He would give the Dolphins another reliable tackle in their high-octane offense. Yes, 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 bring me Dawand Jones. Dawand Jones to Miami. This would be a dream pick for the Dolphins in the second round. I don't think he's going to be on the board when the Dolphins are taking, but if he is, you should absolutely take this guy to be protecting Tua's blind side. He was a 2-year starter at right tackle this past season, or I should say at Ohio State. And this past season, did not allow one sack. Taking a look at the PFF grades, 82.1 overall, 85.0 run blocking grade, 78.1 pass blocking grade. But again, he did not allow a sack this past season. Ohio State, man, if you draft this guy, I think he's your day one starter at right tackle, and this offensive line would be looking a lot better. Grade the Dawand Jones pick. Type A, B, C, D, or F. Good job, Todd McShay. This is an A+ for me. I want to see Dawand Jones in Miami. Hopefully he's on the board when the Dolphins are picking, because that's my concern, that he's not going to be on the board. And I think we're going to see a lot of talented offensive linemen pick before the Dolphins select at number 51 overall. So we'll see what happens. But if he's on the board and the Dolphins pass on him, I'm going to be live here on Dolphins Day. I'm not going to be happy. So be sure to subscribe. Again, we're going to be live during the draft. We're going to be live tomorrow for that interview with DJ Fluker. So stay tuned for that.